Hey guys, welcome back to the PX3 channel. I'm Shannon, one of the team players. We played at the OC Treasure Cup yesterday. We went 7-1. The only match we lost was in the finals, and we were playing Film Kid. I'm really happy that we made it. I went 5th at the last regionals playing Zoro. I was a bit bored, so I was going to take Magellan to this one. And then I made a split decision 7:30 PM the night before to build a Film Kid deck. I'd played 5 games on the sim, I played like 2 on Discord, that's all, went to sleep. We actually smashed the tournament. I versed so many different decks on the day, not a single one was doubled except for Law. So we versed Law, Zoro, Luffy, Whitebeard, we actually versed the Mirror Film Kid, Kinemon. We versed so much on the day, and we only lost to 1 Law, which was in the finals. I want to give a big shout out to Cross AI for the core of the deck. We have made a few changes. I was sort of making it to beat Boatbeard and Hybrid Beard that run Marco, but I didn't even see a single Marco on the day, and it actually beat all the other decks. So I think that says that the deck is pretty strong. And so let's get into the deck. So this is it. So you've got your core film package. How I've laid it out here is these first 2 rows is your core, and I would not ever change any of this, except maybe adding a single Nami, or you might be able to lower like an Ezo. But pretty much all of this, including your Punk Gibson, you want to stay the same in your Eustace Captain Kid deck. These cards at the bottom you definitely could swap out if you wanted to add something else in, and I will show you a few different options for that in a moment. But before I get there, I want to talk about how you win with this deck. So with this deck, obviously you've got your film package where you're dropping big bodies, you're sort of cheating out characters, but really where it shines is with Eustace Captain Kid's leader effect. So most of my games I was winning was you would try to get some bodies down, and then halfway through the game you have to make a decision where you want to be starting to use your leader effect to just do double swings as big as you can. And then you have to calculate how much stun you need to leave open if you need to get 1 more character down, or if you want to be using a defensive event. So you kind of just want to go through all the different lines of play in your head and see which one's going to work out the best. The biggest thing you need to know for this deck is actually your opponent's decks, because you're going to have to be able to count whether your opponent can lethal you in the next turn or the next 2 turns, and so how much you need to set up to play defensive or how much you need to play aggressive, because really you want to get them as low as possible so you can just keep double swinging. And so we'll get to what you can make changes to in this deck. So Paradise Totsuka was the card that I was running to hopefully beat Marcos. It's a great card, it rests it, and you've still got 9 open, so you can do 2 11k swings at a Whitebeard, which really hurts them. But unfortunately, we didn't see any Marcos, but it did win me a game against a Kinemon. He had a killer and a Don Under. I rested it, did 2 11s, and we won. I went against one of the Smoker. He nearly had me the entire game, and he had a pretty big hand. He had a Borsellino, but I had Ezo, so I rested, did like 9Ks I think it was at him, and it got through. So these resting cards, as well as your Punk Gibson, really help you to get through those last 2 swings. And you've got to play those defensive cards, obviously, so if you survive 1 extra turn, that's an extra 2 12k attacks. So that's why you play these defensive cards. That's why you've got so many events. That's why you've got your blockers. So it's really just trying to survive as long as you can to just get as many swings as you can. So one card you might not be seeing here is Bartolomeo. That's because I didn't own the card for the event, and I was like, I don't think it's that important. I really still don't think it is that important, but it is a great card. It's Supernova Film, and it can restand a character, so if you have it, it's a fun card, add it to the deck. And if you add multiple Bartolomeos, the biggest thing that would give you is that you can actually probably start taking Frankie out, because you won't need him as much for your film Nami to be drawing. So if you add Bartolomeos, you can probably take Frankie out and add in something more like a Basil or an X-Drake, which can really help you in some of the green matchups, or maybe like a Law or something, where you just kind of need those extra attacks or those extra kills. The Laws are really hard matchup, and the green matchups are really hard, so if you're seeing a lot of that in your area, it might be worth it. But the 5/7 Frankies aren't bad, so just make sure that you've got enough film in your deck that Nami can search out. These other cards you can swap out. If you're seeing a lot of Law, you might want to add in some more resting cards like Nekomamushi or Yamano, so they're another option. Or if you're looking for some other event cards, you could also run Repel or the 3-cost film event. These ones catch people off guard. I didn't run them, but Repel, if you leave like 3 Don open, you could play Repel and then a Punk Gibson. Or if you were still running Paradise, you leave 2 open, you get Repel and Paradise. But yeah, this is pretty much the deck. It went really well on the day. I'm really surprised with how it went. I want to give a big shout out to the Perth community in general. We've got a really strong local community, so that's why we've gotten some really good practice, especially the PX3 team boys. We've got Ethan, Nicholas, Kenneth. We've also got Jimmy, so they're all awesome players, and so we get some really good testing in. I'll give a shout out to Josh Silver. He's been playing Kid at locals, so well done Tim as well playing at locals. Shout out to Kenneth as well. On the day, I think he came 7th with a hybrid beard, I believe it was.
Yeah,
so his
hybrid beard.
Yeah,
one of Nick's the video on
yeah.
the channel actually.
Yeah, so it should be a very similar list. He might do another profile, so if that's up, feel free to check that one out. A big shout out to our sponsors as well, Eternal Magic as well as Beyond Odyssey, which is where I am right now. And if you guys like the video, please hit the like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment. I didn't want to go through each specific card, but make sure you hit that bell as well so you get any notifications. But yeah, leave any comments because I'll be happy to answer them because, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the list.